Welcome back, guys, to another episode. Today, dare I say it, Julie and I are doing one together.
We are doing one. It's been like a month.
We've had a few technical difficulties along the way due to coronavirus. Thanks a lot. But we're finally together on one. This is awesome.
And it hasn't been easier. It's still very complicated. We're still struggling.
It's our second time, but it's okay. It's fine.
We're figuring it out. Hey guys, what's up? I'm Julie, and that's Marissa, obviously. And today we're going to do another lighthearted episode because we're trying to keep it happy, trying to keep it easy going. And we're going to do what's our topic? Cinco de Mayo? Drinking?
Yes, all the above. We're filming it on a Monday, but it will come out on our typical Wednesday release. It'll be the day after. So we're kind of pre-celebrating Cinco and talking about tomorrow.
Yeah, Cinco sandwich.
Exactly. So I don't know if you do, but I currently am on a boat. I'm in Virginia. So I'm not too sad about that part. And I have a nice little cocktail here in my hand to celebrate Cinco.
I was gonna ask you, because you were like, when Marissa texted me, she was like, "Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm on a boat right now," and I'm like, "What boat are you on?"
You're just like, "Who are you?"
I was confused. What boat are you on? Where are you? You're like in the middle of an ocean.
So before the lockdown in Nashville, also, sorry, this is unrelated. Are you without power?
No, I have power.
Okay, good.
It was a block away,
gosh.
lost all power. There was a huge storm in Nashville last night.
Dude, of course, the world is taking a hit right now, but Nashville has now had a tornado and there is
Nashville
no
cannot
electricity.
catch a break.
Geez Louise. So, okay, yeah, you're still in Nashville. Before the Nashville lockdown, we kind of skirted away and went to Virginia, where Jake and his family have a lake house that we've been kind of just staying at. So that's where
the whole family there.
Yes, his parents and his sisters are here as well.
Did you know how long you guys were going to be there? Did you pack enough?
No, to answer your question, I've done laundry a lot, and I only brought 4 nice-ish, if you would even call them, outfits. The rest is all workout clothes and loungewear. Not saying.
What are you dressing up for?
Well, I've been doing more videos and content for my company, so I'm wearing the same 3 or 4 outfits in every video.
Before we get into it, do you want to plug your new podcast?
Oh my gosh, yes. You're right. We've not talked about it on here yet. So during this quarantine, I've had a lot of extra time. So I decided to give myself more work, which is always fun. And we've talked about this maybe a couple times, but I have a digital marketing company that I started a couple years ago and was doing services. And now I wanted to provide more online classes and downloadable templates and different resources for other people. So we started a podcast called Overly Online, which I host and just give quick, short, digestible tips on digital marketing.
I love it. Are you using Anchor for that too?
I am. It's been really, really nice.
Yeah, it is so easy. That's awesome. How's it going?
It's going really well. Honestly, it's been a lot of fun, and it challenges me to kind of articulate different things and pick different themes, and that helps them be blog posts. And hopefully we've had some good traffic so far, but I'm hoping that people are finding some of these resources and hopefully looking at their own socials and taking a few notes.
All right, guys, you heard it here.
You heard it first.
Subscribe, rate, review to Overly Podcast.
And while we're on it, I don't think we plugged this a lot, but if you don't already subscribe to Adultish Said Bias, or if you've not written a review, please consider doing that, because we love doing this and we'd love to hear from you guys. If there are things you like that we do, if there are episodes you like, let us know.
I mean, we know you're listening because we can see the insights. So
yes, we know you're there.
We know you're there.
Now just comment.
Please rate and review. It makes us feel special.
We did get one from my mom, so that was a big highlight.
I know. My best friend Lisa commented it, but she had a spelling error, so I've just been roasting her for it. I'm like, you just ruined it.
That's hilarious. My mom was like, should I have not put mom on that?
I know, it was so cute because it was username, a mom.
A mom. Just so a singular mom out there.
I was like, well, I know it's not my mom because she doesn't know how to work a phone or anything.
Spoiler, it was mine.
So cute. What if it wasn't? What if we're like, oh, I thought that was yours?
It's just a random mom out there on the internet. She's so proud of us.
All right, let's get into it. Do you want to start it?
Yeah. We kind of we wanted to keep it casual, kind of give you guys an update just on where we are and that we're kind of actually getting to talk together. This is awesome.
I love it.
But I thought we would start, whether you have a drink or not, let's just start off of that with what is your go-to?
I'm getting FaceTime right now at the worst time. Okay. Sorry. I've never gotten a FaceTime randomly like that. No. Oh my God. Wait. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
You good?
Good. Okay, go ahead. Start. Go.
Isn't that always how it goes?
It's my best friend, the one I was just saying had a spelling error.
Ugh, classic. Lisa, was it Lisa?
Yeah, Lisa.
Ugh, Lisa.
And of course, I just texted her. I was like, wait, stop.
Yeah, you have to let her know.
What is your problem?
Otherwise, she'd be like, why are you not answering? Well, shout out Lisa. We love you.
Yeah, I love you. She listens for sure. And she's
the best.
All right, go ahead, Marissa. You're on.
Okay. Your go-to maybe liquor and then cocktail. What do you gravitate towards? Is it different now than when you first started drinking? Give me the spiel.
Ooh, at a bar? Because you want a Cheeto? It's weird when I am. Did somebody just ask you if you wanted a drink?
Yes, Jake just shouted, "Yo, you want a Cheeto?"
I just heard
Julie heard it. Him and his sister on the back of the boat. I'm at the front, and they're eating some Cheetos while I'm up here.
I love it.
Just to give the full picture.
I love it. When I'm home, I only drink wine.
Red or white?
Red.
Or
red is my choice.
Red.
I'll have white when it's really hot out, but red is my go-to. But I never order wine when I'm out at a bar. It doesn't make sense. I'll just get a vodka soda usually, but I don't drink vodka sodas at home. And I don't drink White Claws at home because I can't imagine coming home after a long day and just
I need a nice White Claw.
But it's always I had a really long day. I just want a glass of wine. So I guess it depends on my mood, but yeah. What about you?
Those are both solid options. I think I would be more into wine if Jake was, but we don't drink a ton of wine unless we're out at a nice restaurant. Then I like to get it and feel classier than I am. But our go-to right now is definitely Tito's. So the same as you, I'd do a vodka soda when I'm out. I used to be huge, tequila was my ride or die. And so many people I feel don't like tequila, but I definitely had too much of it. I didn't get sick or anything, but I definitely was having it so much that I feel now I'm just okay, I'm good for a year or so. Unless it's Cinco, to ring in some tequila. But
I know. What are you guys going to do for Cinco? Are you going to drink? Okay, stop.
So yeah, we're here. Oh, I love it. You got the dogs. Yeah, we're here. We're just chilling. So both everyone's kind of working during the day and stuff. But I imagine we just had the best Mexican style feast of our life the other night. So I don't know if we'll repeat that, but it definitely kind of got me in the feels for Cinco. So I'm sure tomorrow we'll do some type of drinking. Maybe we'll make our own little marg or something. But
no, I was gonna make a marg tonight for the podcast, but I don't have. All I have is tequila, but nothing else. So I was
just tequila on the rocks,
wine, of course, because that's the only other thing I have.
Ooh, I have a good question for you.
Yeah.
Can you do liquor on the rocks? Is there any liquor you can do on the rocks?
Patron Cafe, Cafe Patron. Have you ever had that?
I've definitely had Patron, so I'm sure I've had that.
It's a coffee flavored Patron.
Oh.
Which you the only way to drink it is either on the rocks or as a floater on a bushwhacker.
Oh, nice. Okay.
That I could drink that on the rocks, but if you were going to be can you just drink Tito's on the rocks? No, absolutely not. There's no way. I'm a lightweight too. I cannot really drink that much.
Yeah, it would definitely have to be a higher end. None of the stuff I gravitate to make mixed drinks would not be what I would choose to drink on ice.
No, I know.
Because it's so shitty. I just get cheap stuff.
Well, exactly. The only reason I could see why people do that is I guess you get more bang for your buck if you're out, right? Nashville's expensive, as we all know. Well, we know. But Nashville's
and now everyone else knows.
Now everyone knows Nashville's super expensive. But I guess if you're going to pay $12 for a drink, you might as well just get straight liquor, right?
Yeah, it's definitely cheaper to just drink at home or pregame at home if going out is the goal.
Are you a pregamer? I mean, I don't go out like I used to when I was young.
Yeah.
So it's not like, let's all pregame and then head to Broadway.
Right. I guess I should have prefaced. I don't do that so much anymore, but definitely if like we're going out, even if Jake and I are going out to a nice restaurant, like I might, whoever's not driving might like have like a shot or two just to save a little money on drinks when we get there. But yeah, I used to love pre-gaming because you could save so much before you went out. But
isn't that so funny? Like, actually, this is something I wanted to ask you because you went to Belmont and Belmont isn't like notorious for being a dry campus.
Yes.
So I don't know anything about Belmont. I went there for grad school. So I never like had like the college experience at Belmont University. Like, do people party there and where? I've always
oh my gosh.
That.
You just made me think of like the most ridiculously hilarious moment. So I'm going to tell that quick little story. But yes, there are like fraternities and sororities. So there were definitely like houses off campus that people would go to.
Really?
I wasn't huge into that scene. And we had 3. There was like 3 fraternities. And I think 1 got kicked off. And then there was like 4
I didn't even know
sororities.
Belmont had fraternities.
Yeah, they do. But the houses were definitely off campus. So that's where like they would host if they were going to. But I never really... We would just kind of go to like friends who would host whoever lived off campus or... close enough to walk from off campus, then we'd kind of like gravitate there and drink. But there
and like,
was
what about when you guys all started turning 21? Like, what did you do for your 21st birthday?
So my parents came to town for my 21st.
I love you. You're such an angel.
And Jake was there, and I had like my roommates that I was living with at the time. So we all like we had been drinking like to prep, right? Because you can't technically, I couldn't have bought a drink until midnight.
Yeah.
And some people are sticklers about it. So my parents actually took a nap before, so that we had the whole day and celebrated and had like cake and went shopping or something. And then my parents took a nap till 11 while we kept drinking.
11 at night?
Yeah. Like,
oh my God, God
from
bless
like
them for
9:30 to 11.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. They rallied, and then we all got like ready to go and left at midnight.
I'm not a rally.
I hadn't slept, so it wasn't a rally. It was like keep it going kind of thing.
I love that your parents were there. That's amazing.
Oh yeah, it was hilarious. They were great sports, and we tried to hit 3 different places. So
did you go to
Broadway? We went. No, I hate Broadway, to be honest.
No, me too. But I feel like at 21, it's like, yeah, this is where I should go.
Yeah. And had I not been like living there, I'd already been to a lot of the bars, even though I hadn't like drinking at them.
Yeah.
But I also was with my parents. So we went to like Pinewood and got some nice cocktails. And then we went to like Greenhouse Bar if people are in Nashville. So we went to like places that like were more eclectic and kind of like there for the vibe.
Did you get super drunk?
I definitely got pretty tipsy, but I think I held it together. I didn't get sick, and I didn't embarrass myself too much in front of my parents. So that was my goal.
Like on my 21st, I hear about like people's 21st, and like I've been there with people's 21st where they're just like completely blacked out, and I never did that. Like I was like, no. Like my 21st, I remember it. We went to. It was just my college roommates, 2 of them, and. Because I think my 21st was like on a Tuesday or something. It was like a random day of the week.
Were you in New York?
I was in Jersey, North Jersey.
Okay.
So right outside, about like 15 minutes from New York. So on my birthday, we just walked to a dive bar down the street from my college and like just had a drink there or whatever, like something so simple. And then that weekend I went into the city and like bar hopped around, but nothing crazy. Like I remember the entire night. And
yeah.
I don't like drinking like that. Like I like drinking. I love to have a drink. I will never be the first to be like, I'm not a drinker. Like I am a drinker, but
just not a blackout. That doesn't appeal.
Yes. I know my limits. I'm very lucky with that like I know when I'm drunk, and I'm also like, people get annoyed with me because it'll be like 9 PM and I'm like, all right, my Uber's on the way. And everyone's like, because I'm like, nope, I can't do this. I cannot hang. I'm such a lightweight.
That's so smart though. Yeah, I don't like the idea of like not remembering. So I'm always like, if I'm feeling it, I usually have like a good gauge. And like you said, like you start to know like your own tolerance. So I feel like then you go, okay, I'm coming to my limit. Like maybe I'll chill.
I mean, yeah, for sure. Like,
what about you? Like what was college like? What was the drinking scene there? Because you didn't go to a dry campus.
Yeah,
right?
I didn't go. No, it wasn't a dry campus. I went to a really small school though. And it was like mostly a commuter school. So, which was kind of cool because the people that did live there, because it was such a small school and the people that actually lived there was even like smaller, you become really close with the people that live in your building. So I never had a fake ID. I never like went to bars before I was like legally able to drink. So my college experience was fun in the way, and like I'm like you, I never was interested in going to frat parties or anything like that.
Yeah.
I never did that. We would just drink like in our dorms and like walk around and go to our other friends' dorms, which is the most fun for me. It
really was.
I hate like frat parties. I think we went to like maybe 3 the entire time I was in college.
Yeah,
and each
same.
time we would stay for like an hour and we're like, do you want to leave?
Like, why did we come?
Never fun. And I don't believe that anyone has fun at those parties. There's no way.
Yeah, they get out of hand, and or it's just like the opposite. Yeah, I guess that's not really my scene, but
not at all.
I'm sure some people find it appealing.
I feel like those are the parties you wake up with just immediate regrets.
That's just not anything I ever wanted. And it sounds like you're the same way. Like, I wanted to go enjoy good company, and I liked smaller gatherings. Like, I wasn't the person that wanted to go to like a big university party, because I'd prefer like 10 or 15 people that I maybe know or could get to know a couple people, and then I don't know, it was just way more fun for me to do a smaller.
No, I totally agree with you. Totally. Like, I don't have any, I mean,
and safer, obviously.
Yeah, well, exactly. Growing up like in, or like, you know, when I started to drink, like in New Jersey and New York City, obviously, my dog is sneezing. In New Jersey and in New York City, like the Jersey Shore, like I don't know if you've ever Tula.
Yeah.
If you've ever
Bless you, Tula.
She's just like sneezing. Like if you've ever watched the show, I'm not gonna lie to you, like that's exactly how it is in real life. Like there's not like you don't, and I've had those nights down the Jersey Shore for sure. Like you get it like tradition, you and your friends rent a shore house every year and you spend like 2 weeks there and, you know, go crazy or whatever. But even then I'm like the first to walk home.
Yeah.
And then I wake up and everyone's like, you missed this, 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 and this. And I'm like, no regret.
Kind of glad. Yeah.
Don't care. Yeah. Like glad I wasn't there for that. Glad I missed it. What?
I was going to ask if do you remember the first drink you ever had?
I don't.
Like if it was in high school or college? Did you drink in high school at all?
Yeah, I did, but I don't remember the first time I drank. I think about that sometimes because I'm like, it's weird. But I'm going to assume it was probably like a skunked beer can. Like like I can't imagine it being anything else other than like, or like a cheap Arbor Mist wine. Do you know what that is? Like that sweet, sweet, sweet wine.
No.
Oh my God, I don't even know if they make it anymore. But in high school, like the end of high school is when I drank.
It was whatever you can get your hands on.
Well, yeah, and like you don't know what's inside that liquor store.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You have no idea what's in there. So you're at, like when one of your friends can buy it, you're like, I don't know, Budweiser, Malibu. I have no idea.
Classic beer, you know.
Yeah, exactly. So there was like a wine called Arbor Mist, and it was less of a wine, more of just like a sugary alcohol. Oh my God. I cannot imagine drinking it now, but that's what we would drink. It was like strawberry flavored, like peach flavored. So we would drink that. And then, Four Locos came onto the scene.
Yes.
That was after high school, but those were like, you'd have half a Four Loko and
I don't know if I've ever personally had one, but everyone and like their brother was having them. Like they were always around.
Ugh,
I was like there,
so
but yeah,
disgusting. I wonder if there's things like that now for kids in high school. Like, what is the thing that?
Like Natty Light was definitely really big.
Yes, Natty Light, and Keystone.
Yeah.
And also, I talk about this all the time with like my friends that I was friends with in high school. Is like, I remember high school parties. It was like everyone coming to the party, chipping $5 and we'll buy a 30. And somehow everyone there was drunk. There could be like 40 people there, but we're all like a 30.
That's so true. Did you ever go to like a party in college or high school that someone had made like a party juice?
Oh
like
my
PJ?
God. Juice? Yeah.
Yeah, jungle juice. Yeah.
One time, so after I was 21, and it was the dive bar I went to for my 21st was like the college bar. And that's where like on Thursdays they had dollar beers. So like everyone went there.
Nice.
And Yeah, gross though. Really gross bar. We actually like remodeled it recently and it's like super nice now. But
good for them.
Weird, right? So I met this guy. He was like a hockey player or whatever. And like, this was like right when I was 21 and I thought he was so cute. And he was like, I didn't even know my school had a hockey team until I met him. And I was like, what? But he was like, oh yeah, like come to the hockey house. And I was like, I don't know what that is, but sure. So we all went one night and they were like, oh, we have jungle juice downstairs. And it was like a mixing bowl.
Yes.
And like not enough for even 3 people probably.
Oh, jeez.
And they were like $5. And we're like, you know what?
They charged the girls?
They charged everyone. And it was like one of those themed parties that was like nerd party.
Oh, jeez.
Do you know what I'm talking about? Like dress up like, devils and angels. Did they have that at Belmont?
I'm not sure about Belmont, but I definitely like visited, like my older brother went to a larger university. So like they had different themed parties like that and like different jungle juice, but they would always like, if you brought a girl, like then the girl was free or something, or the girl could drink, but the guys pay. So it was like so funny. Like sometimes he'd be like, hey, Riss, you want to come to visit?
Nobody has to be there. Okay, what about hangovers? Like, do you get hangovers?
Yeah, that's a good one. I've definitely had my share, but I will say I don't think they're bad in comparison to like others that I've seen. I'll sometimes just be like sluggish and kind of like need to take the day and like watch movies, but I haven't had like massive headaches that last the whole day or anything like that, but maybe a handful of times where I'm just like, okay, today's a wash. Hopefully it's a Saturday and I can just like do nothing. But I take some Advil. Like
what's your go-to hangover food or like cure? Do you have one?
Okay, you have to answer both of these after because I'm really curious of yours, but anything like fried or cheesy, like mac and cheese. Like I love hot chicken, so like the hot chicken in Nashville. I really do. But you gotta be careful. Or like chips. I'll just go and get like fire hot Cheetos, like Doritos, and just eat the bags myself.
In college, my hangover cure, I actually still kind of swear by it to this day. I don't get hangovers really anymore. I actually was hungover the other day, but I'll explain that in a minute. But that was the first time I was hungover in probably like a year and a half, if not 2 years. But I used to eat like Cheetos, like a bag of Cheetos, and drink vitamin water, and I was good to go.
Ooh, that's good.
Weird. And I don't drink vitamin water.
Hey, whatever works, right?
The only reason I found that out was because we had one vending machine in the building I lived in, and they only had like vitamin water and Coke. So it was like either Gatorade. There's no Gatorade, so I'm like, I guess I'll do vitamin water, and it worked for me. But
I do know a lot of people that use Gatorade.
Yeah, I mean it works, and like apparently coconut water works too, but I don't know. And because I'm from Jersey and New York City, it's bacon, egg, and cheese on an everything bagel. Is the cure for everything.
Can I change my answer? That sounds amazing.
It helps.
That's what I want it to be.
It helps. A hangover is the worst. Like I remember in college, this is like a perfect example of the college I went to, William Patterson, shout out. Do you know what UV vodka is?
No.
I don't even, this is another thing. I don't know if they make it anymore because I cannot imagine anyone buying it.
Is that what it was called?
It was, UV. It was like a syrup-based vodka. And they had UV red, UV blue, and I think UV cake. And that was it. And it was like drinking maple syrup. And it was so disgusting. Oh, they had UV pink, and that was like a lemonade flavored.
No wonder people got sick.
No, Marissa, it was the most disgusting thing. And I remember one night, there was nobody on campus. There was nothing to do except for my friend, Michael Sasso. Shout out to him too. But I know he's never going to listen to this, but he lived above me, and we were like, everyone's gone. All of our friends are gone. Nobody's here. Like, do you want to just whatever, hang out? We'll have like a drink. So I was like pouring UV red into a coffee mug, and we went online and Googled like never have I ever, and we just like played never have I ever. It was the worst hangover of my life. Just the worst. And I remember waking up for school the next day, like for class, and I was like, I can't even function. I still went to class, but the other day,
good student.
What?
I said, look at you, you good student.
I've never missed a class. I'm like a loser. Whenever I missed a class, whenever I would miss class, even if I was like deathly ill, I felt just like anxiety because I was like, oh, what am I missing? What am I missing?
Just like, and sometimes it's just an hour and a half. Like you're
exactly.
Like,
and I can walk home, so whatever. College, I mean, maybe not now that I'm 95, but
that's probably why most people did get sick if they got sick in like high school or college. It was like always the sugary drinks that like were pounding, and then good Lord, of course you're sick the next day.
The worst feeling. But I was hungover the other day because I've been working through quarantine, like odd jobs, I told you. Yes. And I came home the other night and Alex had some of our friends over and I wasn't in the mood, to say the least. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm mixing up my stories. We had friends over to like barbecue and like eat or whatever, but it was just like one of those days where everything that could go wrong went wrong. Mm-hmm. And I was just grumpy and I had to be up early the next day. And I said to my friend Grace, I was like, don't let me get drunk tonight. I have to be up early. Like, I don't even want to hang out with anyone. I don't want to drink, like whatever. And I went home and everyone was there and somebody made a comment. Somebody made me wash my hands before I pet their dog. But they told me to wash my hands as I was washing my hands. And I was like, you know what?
That's what I'm doing. Use your
Give me a shot. So the next day I had to be up at like 7 a.m. and I was like, I had the shakes. And I was like,
oh my gosh, Jules.
This is pathetic. I should not be feeling this way at 27. So I like went to Walgreens, bought Pedialyte.
Yes.
Worst thing ever.
Did it help? What did it last?
No, it didn't. Yes, it lasted the whole day.
Shoot. Oh, that sucks. There's nothing worse than like that day after, really.
Yeah, it's like, why did I do that? Nothing. It wasn't worth it. I was in my house. Like, I didn't make any memories. I just went from like my bedroom to the living room.
Sometimes it just like need that a little bit, but then you don't want the next day.
It's never, that's why I always leave the bar at like 9 p.m. because I'm like, whatever is going to happen after this is not going to be worth it.
So true. Oh gosh, we're giving such good advice, kids. Leave early, drink light.
Yeah, like the How I Met Your Mother advice, and I think a lot of people say it too, is just, but the first time I heard it was How I Met Your Mother is nothing good ever happens at 2 a.m. And I stand by that. Go home. Go home. Go home. Never gets better, especially in like places like Broadway. Just go home.
Yeah, totally. I completely agree with that.
Have you ever been on Broadway? And for people that don't live in Nashville that are listening, Broadway is just where all of the bars, I'm sure you know what Broadway is in Nashville, but it's the Nashville bars that you see online. And it's just bachelor parties, like, you know, tourists, craziness.
It's gotten more touristy, I feel like, since I've been here 7 years. So I feel like the bachelorette scene has grown so much that it's not my scene. But I think if you have a good group of people, it can be a lot of fun. Like, you can still have a good time. But you might spend a lot and you're going to be like, people are going to be rubbing up against you. Like, there's no personal space because there's like so many people in every bar. And I just don't like people being that close to me.
No, same. Whenever my mom comes, we'll go, but we go during the days just so she can hear like the live music because she's like loves it down there. But I can't imagine being like, hey, I'm like bored. You want to go grab a drink at a Nudie's Honky Tonk?
Yeah, you never will hear me say that. Absolutely.
Could you imagine? I'm like, Marissa, you
would never be my
go-to. Let's go to Jason Aldean's.
I'd be like, Julie, I would love to go out, but I will not meet you there, like anywhere else.
It's so funny. My friend Grace and I last like summer, I think, or whatever, at the end of summer, we were like, let's just go to Broadway during the day. Let's see, like whatever. So we got to, I think it was like Luke Bryan's bar. We go up to the rooftop and we're like, all right, here we go. Like, let's just try this. So they had like a frozen drink and we wanted a frozen drink. So we're like, we'll have two, whatever they were. It was like a blue drink. And they were like, okay, do you want a medium? No, do you want a small or a large? And we're like, we'll get a large. And we're like, okay.
Was it massive?
No, it wasn't.
Good.
It was the size of like, it was probably 16 ounces.
Oh,
and they handed to us.
I'm curious what the small is like.
No, it was so small. And they hand it to us and they go, okay, $16 each.
Gross. No, thank you. I would have thrown it back in their face.
We go, okay. And we pay and we drink it. And we're like, let's go home.
Yeah. No, you could get a whole bottle.
I'm not doing this. And we went to like 12 South or something, like wherever. where we can afford. But it is crazy. Like, oh,
you definitely got to do it. If you're visiting, you got to do it. But
yeah, no, Broadway's awesome for a tour.
Not my scene.
Where do you and Jake like to go, like for dinner and drinks and stuff?
Same as you. A lot of like 12 South, the Gulch, and same with like we're in West Nashville, so we got a lot of places in West that we really like.
What's over there? I don't even know.
It's more of like there's like plazas, so we have like different like I don't know, smaller chains and stuff. Like it's not like a scene like 12 South where you can walk, the same street and hit a couple places.
Yeah, we just moved to where like Diskin Cider is.
Oh yeah.
Breweries. It doesn't matter now because we moved during quarantine, so nothing's open. So
right. You'll get to explore once this is all over.
I don't even remember what it's like to exist in the real world. But
seriously, I know it's gonna be weird. We'll have to do like a whole episode on that because
oh my god,
we'll be like, how do we converse with people?
So like, all right, how about in your quarantine? How often have you been drinking or? Yeah, drinking.
Definitely most weekends, probably like a little during the week too, like just a little bit, especially like being at the lake. Sometimes it's nice, like around dinner time, or we've been spending a lot of time outside, just like on the deck. So it's nice to like have like a little cocktail. But I mean, I'm also not working like you are. Like I'm working on my own stuff and, able to
busy though.
Yeah, but I have like I'm not like having to get up for specific meetings, and so it sometimes can be like a little bit on my own schedule. So yeah, I mean it's probably different than for you. I'm sure like if you've had days to get up at 7, you can't really be drinking every night.
Yeah, I'm getting to the stage in quarantine where I'm just like I don't even know what to feel anymore. Like
I know, same. It's just like indifference.
No, like it's great that you're with Jake and his family and all that. Like it's just me and Alex in the house. So it's, even when I go out and am still able to work, it's still like the same thing of like, social distancing. We all have masks on, we all have gloves on. So it's like, I don't even remember what like human connection is.
Really? We're all just going to like start hugging strangers once we have plenty of time to prove that
for sure. Is safe. And then like going to the store, I mean, not the grocery stores, but everything else has like that that plastic wall barrier between it. It's just like, what are we living in? But
yeah, it's definitely surreal.
It is surreal. Have you okay, here's a question. Do you day drink?
On the weekends, I feel like if we're out by the dock, then I would say yes. But again, like if we were at home, I don't think so. It's like this weird thing where on the weekends, it kind of feels like we're on a little vacation with being here at the lake, but I think it would be different had we like stayed in Nashville. What about you?
I've ever tried to day drink, I'm done by 3. And then
that's true. That's
I honestly hate day drinking. I hate it. Like even like football season when everyone's like, let's go watch the game and like have a few beers. I'm like, no, because I will fall asleep at 4 p.m. and then I'm going to wake up at like 8 and be hungover and angry.
And then you can't fall asleep that night.
Exactly. I hate day drinking. I do not know. Or people that like, go out for lunch, like their lunch break at work and have like a drink. I'm like, I don't get it. Like,
I'm not. Yeah, I'm gonna save it until I can drink more consistently. So like an evening is kind of what I would prefer. Yeah, same with you.
I can't imagine like leaving the office to get lunch and having a drink and then going back to my desk and like.
Yeah, no, only if it was like maybe a Friday and it was a nice day and like at Warner when I worked there, we had summer Fridays. So sometimes people would work and then have a late lunch and then they'd be like done for the day. So like that's totally different.
Summer Friday.
But that was best. I know. It's a great idea.
It is such a great, that should be everywhere. It should be,
it should be worldwide after quarantine.
It should be worldwide after quarantine that everyone gets a 3-day weekend.
Okay, enact that, President Jules. Make it happen.
We know you're listening.
Those were some fun stories. I feel like I learned more about like you each episode, which is fun for me.
I know. I can't wait till we're together again in person.
I know. We're gonna have like a live podcast episode or something.
That's when we'll day drink.
Okay, that'll be the one exception. I like this. But we are losing a little sun on the boat, so we're starting to head back. It's like
go enjoy your time. Thank you guys for listening.
Thank you guys.
Subscribe, and we will talk to you next week.
See ya.
Bye, Marissa.
Bye, Jules.